share my story with all of you guys. Please forgive me if my voice trembles. This is fairly new to giving speeches to 1,500 plus high school students. I'd like to first acknowledge all of my family, my friends, my teachers, my coaches, my teammates, but most importantly, my God, for shaping me into the woman standing before you now. I owe to them everything that might qualify me for this award, and I'm forever grateful for the honor that I've received and the opportunity that it gives me to share my story with all of you guys. A year ago, the girl standing here now would not have been able to take the stage with a room full of people watching her. A year ago, that was a girl controlled by fear, not trusting the promises of the Lord. But now I stand here as vulnerable as I have ever been, because just as it says in Proverbs 21, it is God, not us, who determines the directions of our lives. In my sophomore year of high school, I was surprised by my first panic attack. It was an episode where I was gasping for air, struggling to open my eyes or even move my hands from their crippled position. It was something that made me feel completely helpless, and I had no clue how or why it was happening to me. But the next day, it happened again, and it would happen again at least once every day after, until one attack was so severe that I was rushed to the emergency room and I passed out on a hospital bed from a lack of oxygen. The doctor at the hospital started explaining the panic attacks to me, but I continued to live in fear. I was in a dark place, and I began to let anxiety control my life. I was avoiding classes that I had previously had an attack in, was hesitating to do drills in basketball that had been my trigger, and I was ultimately shutting down any adults who wanted to have a real conversation with me about them. It wasn't until one defining moment in a later attack. I was crouched in a ball, my head in a hoodie, and I realized that I had a choice to either keep trying to find my strength and my ability to push the attacks away, or to trust in my God for strength that I didn't have. As I began to turn my life back towards His Word, Psalm 28:7 became my point of focus in times of panic. The Lord is my strength and my shield. In Him my heart trusts, and I am helped. I no longer saw my teammates, my coaches, and my friends as people who might corner me into unwanted conversations, but they became brothers and sisters of God that I could safely share my struggles with. And in the end, it was my basketball coach who encouraged me to write an essay about my struggle with anxiety, which is a big reason why I'm here. There are some of you in the audience who have a story like mine. You hide the pain you've experienced under long sleeves. You've perfected fake smiles and laughter. You've often had to escape overwhelming public situations just to get a breath. I'm still prone to anxiety and panic. I struggle against it every day. But we can't quit. We can never give up. Even if you do not have a close friend or mentor that you feel like you can seek out, I'm begging you to please come see me after this. The fight against yourself or what you're struggling with will be hard, but the merit of allowing God to work in your life is immeasurable. I've absolutely loved my time as a high school student athlete. Being on the court since I was little taught me about the value of hard work and hustle. It taught me that if you don't meet the challenge presented to you with focus and determination, you will never overcome it. It taught me that you cannot always rely on only yourself to be successful. You have to continually lean on your teammates, your coaches, the loved ones who surround you, and your God who is able to do all things through His work within you. I would never have imagined that going through those terrifying experiences in my life would translate to a platform to reach others, but God had a plan for me beyond my human ability. Even when things were feeling the most disparaging, God was teaching me that I'm His vessel, broken, but still fully equipped to accomplish His will. And His will was not for anxiety to become my identity. It was for my identity to be found in Him. I'm so grateful for the Haugens and the dozens of people who have stood in support of me. I'm not here because of anything that I've done, but as the fulfilled promise of God in Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose. This trophy is a symbol of the privilege of a new family and a chance to be a part of T's inspiring legacy that still so strongly influences this community with his motto, "Don't quit, never give up." Thank you.